Menteri Rangba Gajanla kontrak sangma oleh tu apa yang darbar tauan Gajanla mentah kesengi. Baka Sorkar hakani ki Snem ki beladap kalak mentau kam hadu Arlak lai pasal wajar teli ki kam. Kini ki kam kimi lembak menteri kam ki skim ki bafair ki belakum ka fokus plus CM elevate bat ki we je ki skim ki bakarsan ya ki samla bat kumjuru ki gue pat bakin sengkam lejong bat kumjuru bakin yang halak jong ki kejat ke belang kalak ban aikam ajam ki. Udah tu baka unemployment rate ni kata kajing memyok kam jam. Jong ki samla ne ki pan baka jela kalong tang kembalai persen kat bah kari India berakoi pat kalong hadu 100%. Haka juga por le tu uru baka ni kamang tengka ke balau rak mata Snem kan thaulat nanti bat penyok kam dan ban thau kam hadu kemba san poin san lak ngot dan diteli ki kam. Haka ni ki Snem dan ki Snem ki banwan. Kani kajing jubab jong menteri nama ka jela kalong halo kajing keli walawan rak du MLA Keseng Kongres na po Nongstone ubak Gabriel Walang buka bentip ke gilat gelti baka Sorkar kelele na kam taban tau na di Pynmih ikilat kam yo jam.
That is Gabriel Walang and Honorable Chief Minister Palat is to reply.
So reply to Star Question 138. So the state government is implementing several schemes, programs for creation of employment opportunities. These include MJNREGS, CM Elevate, Prime Program, Focus Plus, Mission Mode programs in agriculture, Meghalaya Grassroots Music Project, Chief Minister's Youth Center, National Rural Livelihood Mission, Skill Meghalaya.
Gabriel Walang, you have any supplementary question?
Yes, Mr. Deputy Sir. Yes, sir. I have 5 supplementary questions. Mr. What is the employment rate in Meghalaya and what is Meghalaya ranks nationally?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I am presuming he meant the unemployment rate because he said employment rate. So the unemployment rate on average in Meghalaya is around 3%, and whereas at the national average is around 4.7%. Regarding the ranking, sir, I will not have the ranking with me, but we are below the national average on average, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, for your reply. Under various intervention and schemes, as provided in the answer, may I know the data the youths are being employed in the last 3 years?
Sir, again, there's no specific breakup of youth, but in general, the different employments created for the citizens in general, sir, through all these different programs that we have done is roughly 2.34 lakh jobs opportunities have been created in the last 3 years.
Another supplementary, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, may I know from the Honorable Chief Minister, how many jobs aimed by the government to employ the youth this year?
Sir, as was mentioned in my speech of the budget that I had given, and I'll be speaking more on this extensively, that in the next 5 years, we are working towards creating close to 5.5 lakh jobs in the next 5 years. And of course, as I said, in the last 3 years, we have touched almost 2.34 lakh jobs. We will target, sir, as much as possible in every year, but our target is for the next 5 years, 5.35. So it will be not possible for me to give a specific number as to what is going to be the outcome in this particular year, because it depends on the multiple programs that are run. But even if we were to average these 5.35 lakhs, 5.5 lakhs, which we expect in the next 5 years, that I roughly estimate anything plus minus 1 lakh jobs to be created through different programs of the government on an average in the next 1 year.
Thank you. Mr. Deputy Sir, may I know from the Honorable Chief Minister how the number of youths get employed in the government sector for the last 2 years?
So the last 2 years, again, I don't have the exact number with me because this number was being collected from different departments, but I can give a rough estimate to you of the major departments that were there. We had, in the medical department, we had over 500 jobs that were created in the government sector. That is purely doctors alone, sir. We had jobs being created in terms of the nurses and other technical staff, which again was above 300 numbers. We had in the police itself, we had close to 1,000 jobs that were people who were employed. In the teaching also, we had close to 1,000 that were employed. And hence, even if you look at these big sectors that I'm talking about, sir, we are touching almost 3,000 jobs were created in the last 3 years. Apart from the different casual employees or contractual basis and the different jobs created at the district level. These are not included, sir. Those numbers we were not able to collect as it's very, very vast. We have to collect from all the departments, all the casuals, and all the district levels also there are casual employees. Hence, I just gave the rough figure of the larger departments which had created or had appointed our youth.
Last
Yes, sir.
discussion.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, for your extensive reply. My last supplementary questions, Mr. Deputy Sir, may I know from our Honorable Chief Minister, for the last 2 years, no applications were called in the DSC, District Selection Committee. May I know from Honorable Chief Minister, when can the DSC start calling for the vacant lying posts in each district?
Sir, it's not a fact that the district selection committees have not been calling. I don't have the exact number with me, but I do recall replying to one of the supplementaries at one point where different district selections have been recruiting. Though the number has not been at the level desired, but on and off, almost in every district there have been recruitments. There could be 1 or 2 districts where there may have been lesser recruitments, but those exact numbers are not with me. But it's not a fact that there was no recruitment at all. There was recruitment, but not at the desired pace. Now, why was that not happening? I have replied to that also last time. It's not happening, sir, number one, because of the fact that we had the issue of COVID. Number two, sir, we had the issue of the court cases in terms of the roster. And third, sir, once the roster system was implemented, there was a bit of confusion and a bit of complication in terms of the clarifications of the district selection committees, where they wanted, where they had to take approvals from the personnel department before calling the interviews. But even that now we have changed, and we have now allowed the district selections headed by the deputy commissioner to go ahead, approve the vacancies, and go ahead and call for the recruitment. And only if there's a confusion will the district selection then take approval or get clarification from the personnel department. Otherwise, they are now at liberty with the approval of the chairman, which is the deputy commissioner, to go ahead. So I expect that the process of this district selection will be much faster after this clarification and this notification.
Thank you. If there is no other member to ask,
Yeah, okay. So, as we know that the population of Meghalaya has been growing, so may I know what is the total number of unemployed in the live register of employment exchange as on 31st March 2023?
So as I said, that exact number is not there with me, but as I said, the
No, sir.
percentage.
I mean, the number of unemployed in the live register of employment exchange.
So that number is not there with me right now.
Sir, one more question. So I would like to know from the Honorable Chief Minister the total numbers of consultants appointed by the government and how many qualified engineers, persons from the state have been appointed as consultants.
So this is a very detailed question. I will not have specific reply to the number of consultants employed, but a large number of individuals have been appointed from the state and consultants, and large number of engineers also are there who are appointed. The exact number is not available with me right now, sir.
Baroni Lindo.
Sir, I didn't intend to ask question, but since you call out my name.
You just raised
Okay,
the-
sir. Sir, may I ask from the Honorable Chief Minister, out of the 5 lakhs, how many will be included in the organized sector and how many will be included in the unorganized sector, sir?
Sir, this is the greatness of our assembly. Even those who don't want to ask questions have been given a chance to ask questions. Sir, of course, these are larger figures and overall figures. And just to give an idea to everybody how the breakup it looks like, so that they'll get an idea on their own what will be the organized and the unorganized. So we're targeting that we should create in the agriculture and allied sectors, we are expecting to create about 2.5 lakh job opportunities in the next 5 years, 4 years. Sir, in the different NRLM, which sir, again has been a very, very successful model, you'll be happy to know, sir, that in the last 5 years, we have created 1 lakh job opportunities for women in the NRLM sector, and these are all and employ at least about 50% from there. So about 1,000 we expect, 60,000 we expect that we'll be able to employ from there. So tourism is going to be a great job creator. We expect direct to indirect tourism projects to be created approximately about 50,000 based on the kind of investments that we have made in the past and the investments that we will be making in the future. Under the CM Elevate program, so again a very, very progressive and a program that's meant for the different youths of our state especially. We expect a minimum of 50,000 jobs to be created because we'll be supporting over 20,000 enterprises in this, some small, some big. So we expect a large number to be created in the IT sector. There is a second phase of the IT park in Shillong which is under work, and the new IT park in Tura also will be there. So we expect direct, indirect employment of almost 25,000 to be created in the IT sector. And sir, other government programs and other things that we plan to do within the government organization, where a large number of people will be employed, may not be permanent employment, but on contractual basis, consultants, other things from, I think, all these jobs will create at least a minimum of 10,000 more jobs within the department. So we expect that we should touch 35 plus. I have given conservative numbers in some, so therefore I stick with my figure of 5.5. But in the budget, of course, we have mentioned only 5 lakhs, keeping a buffer of 10%.
Thank you. Any other? You have.
Sir, may I ask the Honorable Chief Minister his, focus on agriculture, tourism. So we have a number of professionals like engineers, doctors, nurses. Are there any plans in the future to absorb, because we have thousands of engineers who are passed out. So I'd like to suggest to the Chief Minister to look into this factor also, because a lot of them, after obtaining degree, whether it be a diploma, degree, now they're looking for job opportunities elsewhere, not compatible with the education that they got, sir. For example, there is a graduate engineer. She said, now I'll apply for a teaching job. So the studies that she did in engineering, I don't think will be of much help in her teaching job. So, sir, I would like to suggest to the Chief Minister, if you can look at this angle also, besides agriculture, tourism and all that, to look at this factor also, sir.
It's only suggestion, no? Not question.
Question and suggestion, sir.
Okay. I will pass on to...
Sir, if you permit, sir, I would like to answer to that suggestion. So the point mentioned by the Honourable LO is absolutely valid. But it's not always possible for us to map every skill or every degree with the job opportunity. So there may not be 100% opportunity in terms of the education that you may have had. But sir, the opportunities that come up through these different programs sometimes go beyond what we just plainly notice. I'll give you an example, sir. Just day before yesterday, I was in Babadam in West Karo Hills. And we had opened up a processing unit out there, maybe one of the largest processing units in the region, where there was an areca nut processing plant, there was a turmeric processing plant, there was a ginger processing plant, there was then after that ginger, areca nut, then there was so about 3-4 other processing plants were there, I can't remember right now. And so while these processing plants were there, there was a very high-tech lab to check the quality of these products so that they could be exported outside, their organic value and different kind of chemicals and all these things in the soil testing, so on and so forth. And also, this entire plant, sir, is run through a 200 plus kilowatt solar powered system, and it's a very high tech. They don't require any power from the grid. Now, why I'm telling you this, sir, is that the person who was manning the laboratory out there, it's a high-tech lab, was a local from Tura, a person who had done his biotechnology from somewhere, got a degree. So this is the farming process where there is a food processing going on, but the lab requires scientific approach. So these scientists were then employed, a local person was employed. There were about 3 of them working there. Then the solar power which is running, which needs to be make sure it's functioning in a proper manner, requires some kind of an engineer who understands electrical stuff. So they have trained people and they're keeping people there to run that. So those are engineers. So what I'm trying to say is that, sir, it goes beyond what meets the eye. We think that food processing is only about food processing. But sir, now with the involvement of technology, quality control, and all these factors, and maintaining standards that are international level, we require people at all levels. We know these people will require legal assistance, the legal help. So as the economy grows, the utility of different subjects and different professions will be required. And hence, sir, though we may not be able to match 100%, but the opportunities, as I said, will be far beyond what meets the eye. For example, as I said, the IT park. And we may think it's only about, people who will be replying to calls. But then there is a server room that needs to be run. The server room has to be handled by somebody who's an engineer in electronics or computer science. And hence, they will be employed out there. So therefore, these opportunities will come up, sir, is what I wanted to share for the knowledge of this House.